Yo guys, what up? Attempt number two of this video. I was interrupted by a call, and I'm doing it on my cat phone. So I just want to clear up something basically about this whole bro thing. Right, my artist name is the Bro, and I've been using my artist name since 2001, 2002. Okay, I've used a variety of artist names over the years, but I settled on the Bro from around 2001, 2002. So this was well before any of this nonsense of people referring to people as bro or or, or bro step, which came out of dubstep. It's all come from the States. I know they like to call people bro, whatever this thing is. It for me, it's the same as calling someone mate or whatever in the UK. It is disrespectful. People might not view it as that way, but for me personally, I think it's disrespectful. If you don't know someone, they're not your mate. It's simple as that. Do not refer to someone as mate. You can just say hello and you say hi, how you doing? You don't have to call someone mate. For me, I don't personally like it. I've never liked it. I see parents referring, particularly even mothers as well, referring to their child as mate in the UK. No way on earth do you refer to your child as mate. They're not your mate at all. They are your son or your daughter. That's as simple as that. They are your son or your daughter. You refer to them as you refer to them as, my son or my boy, or you refer to them by their first name if you're getting a bit miffed with them. You don't refer to them as mate. I mean, what planet are we on? So anyway, I do not like that way of addressing people, and I never have done. Period. Um, my artist name has been used since 2001, 2002, and it stemmed from my sisters referring to me as bro, and it was a term of endearment because I am their brother, not because of bro or any other nonsense. And this was well before this has all arrived, and they kept referring to me as bro. And at the time, I was using another artist name around the late 90s, early 2000s. So it would have been right 90, 98, whatever, 99, 98, 99, maybe even 2000, which was Paradigm Shift. And for me at the time, I thought this is um, a bit too bold of an artist name. And at the end of the day, I was no V Snares, I was no Square Pusher, I was no Aphex Twin, and you know I wanted to humble my name as well to encapsulate all the kind of music that I was into. It came about probably because I was hearing some very radical music at the time, and I came up with this name, Paradigm Shift, and I only really used it for perhaps a year, max two, if that. I did play one gig under that name, Paradigm Shift. I think, yeah, very, very early on. So maybe I was using it. No, I tell you, perhaps I was using it for a couple of years, even perhaps three at a stretch. But it definitely disappeared very quickly. I played a gig at the Sprawl very, very early on, around 2000, maybe 2000, year 2000, or possibly 2001. I can't recall. And that was the only time I used that name in any sort of official or capacity. Before that, my artist name was Osmosis, which was a kind of a weird name. I came up with that name, don't know where it came from, but I used that when I was tinkering around, in the music school and all the hardware. That was when I started making music initially, just playing around. I didn't make anything of any merit then at all, and you know it was just experimentation. I didn't really have huge amounts of time then. I had no musical knowledge. I just wanted to make tunes, and I'm making excuses, but my music, the music was not of any quality then. It was, there's a tape or a couple of tapes floating around from that period, and I think the tapes they're somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I managed to tape some of that music. I think there's maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 tracks from that period, and it was fun. It was very enjoyable. but I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And then I got equipment. Um, I think I got my first piece of hardware around 99, 90, no, maybe 90, hang on. No, maybe not 99, I don't know, maybe 97, 98, something like that. And then, um, yeah, I started experimenting. I was able to give more time to it. I still didn't really know what I was doing, and I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't really known what I was doing that well over the years. But at least it gave me more time to work on things. And my thing was always just kind of trying to create silly, crazy sounds and experiment with beats. And I used to layer up multiple, um, channels of the same sound to kind of get a kind of phasing, strange effects and things like that with the rudimentary pieces of equipment that I had. Anyway, I've completely digressed, but the short of it is that's the origins of my name. I have thought to myself, should I maintain my artist name? But no, I'm like, this is my artist name, at least for now. But yes, I'm not a fan at all of referring to people as bro at all, or mate, or any of this nonsense. It's completely disingenuous and meaningless because you can refer to anybody by that way. If you're my mate, even so, please, if you're my mate, don't refer to me as mate. I'm sorry. I don't mind it. If we're genuinely we are mates, it's okay. But as a term out of the blue, I'm not a fan, or especially not bro. So that's the origins of it, guys. Hope I've managed to clear that up. Uh, it is the bro and not bro. It is the bro. And yeah, those are the roots of my artist name, and it came way before any of this nonsense. Trust me. All right, cheers, guys, and I'll post a bunch of new videos soon. And enjoy the weather. It's great here in the UK, thankfully for once. Take care. Word up.